Seeing you guys tweet about some Pro Bowl players, who are a couple of guys on this roster who might go under the radar, who you think deserve recognition?
Well, I think Doug deserved recognition last year, and usually, they say you go a year later than you should. So hopefully he gets the recognition he deserves this year. Cliff Averill, obviously 9 sacks, one of the top sack getters in the NFC right now, deserves to go. We have a ton of guys. Obviously, Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright. I mean, one of these years they're going to have to recognize he's one of the best outside linebackers in football and give him his nod. He's never going to have a ton of sacks. He's going to play disciplined, sound football, be a great tackler, do his job to the best of his ability, and usually it's in line with some of the top guys in this league. So you hear the fans saying they're not going to vote because they want you to be in the Super Bowl. It's like, well, just being in the Super Bowl doesn't stop guys from wanting, the recognition. Guys like Cliff Averill deserve recognition like that. Doug Baldwin deserved the recognition. And they need to be recognized for all their hard work and dedication and excellent play.
Cam was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week this week. How impressive is that after missing the month?
Well, he came out there with fresh legs. No, it's incredibly impressive, but it's a testament to his preparation, his dedication. He's a hard-working guy, and his impact on the field. From the first play to the last play, his impact was felt, and we obviously are happy to have him back.
What is it about your defense that makes it so tough to score against you guys? I mean, we've seen some teams sometimes drive, inside the 20s and stuff like that, and they get inside the 20 and.
Well, we just battle, man. We just battle and try to bow up. Guys continue to fight till there's no more room to fight. If there's an inch left, we're going to fight for it, and that's been our mantra since we got here, and that'll be the mantra, I'm sure, till I'm long and gone.
Winning like you did the other night, is the vibe back, the normal, hey, it's November, here we go type of vibe again?
I don't know if the vibe is back. I don't know if it ever left. Guys always felt like we should win the games that we should win. I think sometimes the outside world gets confused. We play some good teams. Teams come out there and give us their best football, and people get confused like we've gone somewhere. No, guys came out and they usually give us their A-plus game, and we usually still come out with a win, and we keep fighting. I don't know where down the line we became a team that wasn't supposed to win.
Do you think that what you just described, kind of that feeling of you're not going anywhere, that sort of consistency, has that come with experience where you guys don't get too up or too down?
I guess so. To some degree. I mean, we've always been who we've always been. We play good defense. Our offense gets rolling, and they're rolling right now. The running game is getting it going. Russell's getting healthy. On the defensive side, we're getting healthy. I think a lot of people forget we're playing without 2 Pro Bowl players, all pro players, and Mike B and Cam, and we'll get them back for the long stretch run, and it'll be fun to see how teams deal with us.
When you guys go up against a quarterback that hasn't played against your defense before, and you're going up against a rookie this time, any added excitement there of being able to?
No, it's the same. Pete keeps us away from getting too excited about anything or too down or, treating it any different than any other game. Championship game, championship mentality, we'll treat him the same way we treat Tom.
What have been your impressions of Carson Wentz? Watching him up there?
He does a great job of hitting open man, reading the defense, taking what's given to him. They do a great job of simplifying the playbook and making sure his reads are right there in front of him.
I think it was last year that you talked about making run defense a little more emphasis for you. What made you want to kind of become a better run defender?
Because it's fun. It makes the game fun. Sometimes you go through a game and they don't give you a lot of opportunities like I did the last game, and it allows you to still stay involved and still make an impact in the game.
What did you think when you saw that Earl Thomas hit on Rob Gronkowski, whether you saw it live or the replay?
Yeah, I saw it live because I was on that side and I was close to him. But that was probably his 8th hit like that this season. So eventually quarterbacks are going to learn that they probably shouldn't put the ball right in the middle of the field when Earl Thomas is out there in the middle of the field.
How impressive is that, though, to stop a guy who outweighs him by 60 pounds, just stop him dead?
We're talking about Earl V. Thomas III?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, it's as impressive as everything else he does. I mean, he'd take it as disrespect if I was that impressed by it, honestly. He does things like that all the time. Don't let the size fool you. He's a giant.
What do you see from Philly's running backs, particularly, and how they're used in the passing game and what that can?
Well, they're using Sproles the way people have always used Sproles. They get him screens, they scat him out, they run Texas routes with him. They hand him the ball on draw plays and things like that. He's still explosive at whatever age he is. He's still explosive. He's still making big plays. He's still making a huge impact. And they use Matthews in the same way. I mean, they won't hand the ball to Matthews, but they're trying to make sure they get them involved, and you have to respect it.
Was there any follow-up about the penalty that got called against you?
No, it was a bad call.
Okay, what from your end, what happened there?
I grabbed his shoulder pad. His jersey slipped off his shoulder pad. He fell to the ground.
Never any explanation from the officials?
The officials didn't see it. They didn't know what they seen because they kept deliberating about it, and none of them had a clear view. So they were basically going off of what the sideline was yelling at them.
Have you gotten to the point where you just don't even ask anymore?
No, I always ask because I'd like to see what they're seeing. But, when you get explanations where they didn't really see it or they're not 100% sure and they still call it and still have an impact on the game, then you kind of got to just brush it off. I mean, it's nothing you can do about it.
On the final goal line stand, you guys have been there before any number of times. Is there anything about that the degree of satisfaction in doing it to that offense in that place at that point?
It's always a satisfaction just doing it to anybody. This is the league. It's hard to do that. It's hard to stop 11 grown men from crossing 1 yard with a football. So anytime you can do that in this football league, you need to be commended. And our D-line and our linebackers and safety should be commended for that play.
Anything else?
Thank you.